Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of MMO News TV. Today we'll be featuring Rift Plains of Telara, which is currently in Beta 5. First off, I'm going to start by showing you the quest tracker in your UI here. As you can see, it is very similar to the quest tracker in other MMOs, such as World of Warcraft. You've got your quest titles, your objective tracker, which shows you the number of things you need to do and how many of them you have done so far. Also, the very last quest there's a little icon next to it, and that is the quest item that I will have to use in order to complete that quest. So very similar to the World of Warcraft quest UI. That's not a bad thing. That is a good thing. As you can see here, I've got these. Right now, I'm working on. Actually, I've pulled two mobs here, so I'm working on two different quests at once. There are, I think the ones that are not undead, I am collecting items from them, and the ones that are undead, I just have to kill a certain number of them. So I'll be running around killing these things. I am a healing class, so my DPS is pretty low. Also, these things are a level or two above me, so it's taken me a little longer to kill them if I were straight DPS class. But I have a lot of survivability because my healing abilities are what I focused on in my leveling, and I'll be showing you some of the talent point spending options that I've got later. I'm going to be when I turn in these quests, I'll level up, so I'll show you a little bit about that. So as you can see, there are actually a shit ton of other people playing the game right now in this beta, and the reason for that is Treon sent out. For everyone that had subscribed to the Rift newsletter, Treon has sent out basically a VIP beta key that's good for 25 accounts. So pretty much everybody who had subscribed to the newsletter and everyone they know has a beta VIP key. So there are going to be a ton of people here killing all of these mobs that I'm also trying to kill. And as a side note, I had not subscribed to the newsletter and now wish that I had. I don't know why I wasn't, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm killing these mobs. I'm actually also healing that guy who was running away from my heals and left me with aggro on one of the guys that he had aggroed himself. No, he didn't. I attacked that thing myself. Anyway, so healing for me, very good. I'm good at keeping myself alive. Not running out of mana at all in this entire video. You will see that I'm almost always maxed out on my mana. That's not really a good thing. There's maybe a little bit of balance that needs to be where I don't know if they're doing that just for this particular beta or whatever, but there does seem to be a balance issue with the mana usage and things like that. And maybe I'm just saying that because, for example, healing and Cataclysm, I am constantly running out of mana after a couple of pulls in heroics. But that aside, as you can see, I'm not really having any problems killing these mobs, and they're all at least one level higher than I am. I'm never getting really low on health, and as I said, I am a healing class, so I don't know how this would be for a non-healing class. I do have a higher level mage class, which is pure DPS, has no healing whatsoever. I'm going to get in some playtime on that character in this beta. I haven't played it since the last one, so I'm thinking maybe at that point I will have some better idea of both the mana usage balance and how well the damage balance works out. As you can see, I'm going to demonstrate. I pulled these two mobs together intentionally in order to demonstrate something here. I'm going to kill them right next to each other, and I'm going to demonstrate here the AoE looting, which just tickles me to death because there is nothing more annoying than having to click on 500 dead mobs at your feet individually and sometimes not even getting anything when you do that. So as you can see, the one that I've already killed is still glittering. The one that I haven't killed will be glittering. So you see the two of them. I'm going to right click on one, automatically AoE loot both of them. That's really cool. Also, I have auto loot turned on, so when I right clicked on one of those corpses, they auto looted both of them. So that's why you're not seeing those items pop up as quickly as if I had auto loot turned off and had to select each one individually. So what I just did there, I used that nifty little item, quest item thing that was basically fireworks. I was trying to scare those cattle. I don't understand why the quest, I didn't really read it, but that's basically what the whole point of that was. So I've skipped ahead here. And what I'm about to show you is while you're questing, you will run across things like this. There's a little thing on the ground. That's another thing. These little things on the ground that you have to pick up, not unusual, similar stuff in World of Warcraft, pretty much any other MMO. There you're going to find crap that you have to loot for quests. And the only complaint that I really have about that is that those items are small. And the smaller something is, the more difficult it is to right click. There's not a very large, I guess, detection area there for your cursor. So you have to really actually be hovering right over it in order to be able to click it. So I'm coming up here for two reasons into this building. I specifically went up here because there's a tiny little thing right next to me that's glittering. That's an artifact, and those are collectibles. There's not really anything that I can compare that to in World of Warcraft. DC Universe has similar stuff. Basically what it is, it's just a little collectible thing. You have these different collections, and all these things that you pick up like this, the little artifacts, can be added to different collections. Now there's some, I don't quote me on this, but I think there are some special items you can get. Nothing really that impacts gameplay. So as far as I know, they're just kind of, I guess, like vanity items basically. So what you do in order to add those to a collection, you right click on the item itself. Your collection menu pops up, and some of these items I believe will go towards more than one collection. I haven't actually found any that do that, but I'm pretty sure that there are some that do. So it'll show you where that item goes in the collection. You just click on the little icon that's got a plus on it, and it automatically takes it out of your inventory and adds it to that collection. So it's really cool that you don't actually have to keep that in your inventory in order to collect it. So you don't have to worry about bag space when you're picking up those artifacts. As long as you've got room for that one that you're trying to pick up in your bags and you collect it immediately, it's not going to take up any bag space at all. So I've got most of my quest objectives completed here. I think the only thing I'm working on at this point is undead people that I have to kill. So I'm working on that. I think I've got like 2 or 3 more I need to kill. Gonna kill this guy. Gotta run around and find a couple more. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to turn in these quests. So we're going to skip forward here to a point where I've already killed the last of those undead, and I've run back a short distance to the quest hub where I got all these quests. So turning in these quests, I think after the second one I'm probably going to level up. I'm going to finish turning them all in first. So as you can see right now I'm kind of mulling over the upgrades. Don't know why I'm doing that, because there's only like 2 of them I can use and only 1 of them that makes sense to use anyway. So getting my upgrades, and that's the thing, you can get really good, you don't get a lot of really epic drops when you're questing, which is good. You don't want to outgear the content that you're playing. So a lot of these quests that I'm turning in and accepting, the gear that I'm getting is almost all upgrades. And actually the quest rewards for the quest that I just accepted are all shoulder pads, like shoulder pieces. And I don't have any of that right now, so that's something it's not even an upgrade. It's something that I just don't have yet. So that's cool, that I'm not going through these quests getting stuff that I'm just going to vendor. As a matter of fact, I will be going to the vendor here just in a second, and everything that I'm going to be selling is either vendor trash that I looted during the course of those quests, or greens that I have replaced with quest rewards from those quests. So real quick, one thing that I forgot to mention earlier is the minimap. Just like in World of Warcraft, whenever you accept a quest that's got a specific place you need to go, you'll get a waypoint on your minimap. Actually, you can see up there, it's not really a waypoint, it's an arrow. When you open up your full map, what you'll see is a kind of a circle that shows the area you need to go to. The thing is, when you go to that area, instead of any indicator disappearing from your minimap, you will actually have kind of a highlighted circle that you need to be in. So that's really cool. It doesn't kind of leave you hanging once you actually get near the area. So what I'm doing now, I'm looking at these uh, where I can spend my talent points. I don't know why I have two. I think maybe it's just the level that I hit. I don't know, but I've got three different trees of souls, and basically I've invested pretty evenly into each one. Now these are all pure healing souls. They do have some DPS abilities and skills that you can invest into. However, most of what I've invested has been for healing, and hopefully I will get the chance during this beta to show you some of the dungeon. There's a around level 20-ish dungeon that I'll probably be able to get into pretty quickly, and obviously I'm going to be doing that as a healer, so hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit of that. So right now, my only problem with this system here is that when you've got three different skill trees to invest in, and I think this is kind of why World of Warcraft changed to where you can only invest in one up to a certain level, is that it's hard to decide what you want to do. There's a lot of useful stuff in each one of these trees. There are useful things, and the thing is, the further you invest into that tree, the higher up in that tree you can, access other skills, just like in any other, tree-based skill system. However, there are also these roots at the bottom which unlock when you invest a certain number of points into the branches of the tree. So you unlock a certain number of branches. Actually, what you're going to see, I'm going to click this, and as you can see there on the bottom, I've opened up a new root skill there, and I think that's some kind of healing skill. And here's a small complaint I have. When your taskbar is locked, it is really locked. As far as I can tell, there is no combination of buttons that you can push, and you can see me actually trying to do that now. There's no combination, no Alt, Shift, Control Windows F11 that you can do to just drag those around. You actually have to unlock the taskbar in order to move this stuff. So I've just invested in a new damage ability, which looks like it does a lot more damage than any of the other ones I have, as well as a new healing spell that I got from unlocking that DPS spell, which is really cool. So that's pretty much your, a kind of a general basic look at questing. I showed you several different kinds of quests. You've got your kill X amount of mobs, collect X amount of things from dead mobs, pick up X amount of things off of the ground, and shoot fireworks in the air to scare cattle. I still have no idea why I did that, but it gave me XP, so I don't care. So I'm very excited about this game. It looks really good. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that this game is much better in beta than DCU Online was at release. It's been out for 2 weeks, still not as good as this game. So I'm really excited. Stay tuned. I'm going to have some more videos. Going to get a lot of playtime in while this beta is going on. Probably not going to release any videos again until after the beta is finished. I want to get as much time in, as much video recorded as I can, and then I'll start releasing videos again. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day.